Greetings. Hello, hola, body. This is KY007, and thank you for joining me. If you catch the live stream now, or whether you catch the replay, appreciate it. Hopefully, you find something that interests you here on my channel. I'll have some lives. Not really sure how we'll put them out, but I will promote a little more ahead of time too. So then, if people want to tune in, they can know that I may have something coming up. Other than that, I do have some short videos I may be putting out soon, and getting right into this one here. Thanks for joining me. So as you see here, what I had up here is there's been a lot of talk going on too about some murders that's happened in New York areas, and more bodies are coming up. And I want to talk about some of that's been going on, and some things that have to do with, basically like prostitution, things like that. And how I'm seeing how they're wording things differently to, like, to appease to certain crowds. Even though it's crime, it's like it's still just said differently. It seems like when certain people are involved. So people are feeling like they're surprised by who the person is that did have possibly to do with the crimes, which I have the picture up here. The man's name is Rex Hillman. And I looked up some things because it kind of popped up on me. Rex meaning king in Latin, but it also means domestic rat, rabbit, or cat. That was different. So I want to talk about some of that, and then some things that are like have to do with immigration, forced immigration. Things to do with immigration and things like that are going to affect everyone too. I don't think it would just be New Yorkers, even though that's where most immigration is being pushed now. So if you'd like to join in the chat, feel free. If you have any position that you want to share on anything that you're hearing me speak on, feel free to join in the chat. We appreciate it. From time to time, I will have a link that I can drop to for discussions. And then depending on what I'm talking about, because sometimes I deal with topics more deeper in sex. Sometimes I'd rather use a phone line for that. So if you're interested in anything like that too, come back through. So get right into this. Sometimes too, the content can be kind of dark. I understand that. So sometimes how I deal with the research that I do that gets kind of dark is through humor. So don't feel disrespected if I do like make jokes about things and stuff. I don't try to go too far with it, but I have to. I want to make comfortability too for uncomfortable conversations sometimes. So I'm going for a while and back with some content. So again, I appreciate you coming out. Feel free to join in the chat. I'm going to start out with a little intro that I have put together like I usually do. Okay. There was also a poll in the chat. I didn't put everything up till this evening, but feel free to answer that. Basically, how do you feel about prostitution, escort, hoeing? How they put it in the news was these were escorts, these bodies. They just found another body the other day, yesterday, I believe it was. But what's interesting is, and what I was going to bring up on this live, is that information is being leaked. So I'm seeing stuff. I don't know if y'all seeing stuff, more information on some of these murders, and then they're moving it away. And then they're saying, oh, that was said, but no, that's not, we can't confirm that. We can't confirm this. So now they don't even want to confirm the fact that the body that they just found may be linked to this man that was it Rex guy? Yes, I'm calling him Bigfoot. So I'm interested in know how y'all feel about the murders to themselves. How do you feel about crime having to do with sex workers? Sometimes you have sex crimes that have to do with people that have nothing to do with the sex, adult industry. However you kind of want to phrase it. I think that there's been more violence though. This are actually old crimes that have come up for this man here. This is from 1996, 1996. and through 2011. But my thing is, a lot of this is going on now because it's like we're pushed with hearing, like, get the bag and, you do this and do that. And I like seeing the women movement, but how are we moving? I think I may defer with that. So I want to just bring up some of that too, how like a lot of women are uh, somewhat of a movement of materialism too, and you want to get it. But then women also need to survive, and honestly, we survive better with men. I feel for the most part, but we're so single. A lot of women are single, if not most, at this point. So it's like we're seeking and finding. We're seeing with women, and selling your body may be easier, quicker money to pay your bills and things like that. But then on the other hand, too, we have people that just straight overdo it and they feel entitled and they're willing to make these dangerous sacrifices, and some of them end up dead.
I'm a hoe. Pussy selling. I'm a hoe. Pussy selling. I'm a hoe.
Well, so as I was mentioning, like having extra protection. I did a video last year, pimps versus hoes. So it was basically a video where I was discussing, do do women really need a pimp? Do they need someone? Do they need that extra protection? If this is what you're going to do, what you feel you need to do, whatever the reason is, do you feel you need someone else in your corner with you? Because it seems like I said, with the women's movement, we are glorifying our independence. It's great to be free and have our independence and things. But at the same time, it's like a lack of protection. I'm talking about, sex workers, but, also if we think about just our regular day to day lives, I'm hearing more that men are saying that they don't feel we need them, so they're not going to really protect. They feel that us as women or modern women are giving the impression that, hey, we don't need you guys. And guess what? We don't really want you guys. So the men are like, well, then don't look for me when you need protection, whatever. Like stuff like that's going on. So there's that. All right. Okay, that's a little better. Hey there, Joe Dub, long time. Oh, that's what you wrote to. Yeah, peace to you. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, and how you doing? Hopefully you're staying cool and dry. There's a lot of storming going on. I know. Um, it's been a while. Um, yeah, so that video too, you may be familiar with the YouTuber who passed away, Sinful to P. I enjoyed some of the things that he would speak on, and there was a lot of truth to it. He knows things firsthand, and some of that I added in that video, about. Actually, he broke down too a hoe versus a prostitute. They're the same to me, but he has a different breakdown, and I kind of get that too. So that's why I kind of use different terms when I'm speaking on this type of work, because however you want to kind of phrase it, but you're going to be called different things anyway if you're in certain doing this type of stuff. So whatever.
I'm a hoe. Pussy selling. I'm a I'm a hoe.
The other one is men paying for sex. There's a certain type of man that tends to buy sex. There can be plenty of men that buy sex and they just want to buy sex. That doesn't mean you're a big criminal. But based on studies that I was researching, well, looking into, it showed that there's certain men, some of them tend to be egotistical, very aggressive, high demand, etc., which would make sense because you're paying for something. You're basically paying to get just exactly what you want. And part of it I get to because with men, you hook up with us. Sometimes you don't know how the sex is going to be. We could be honest. You could look at us. We could look good. Some men just want to get up and slide in and out of something that looks good. But I'm talking good sex where we got good chemistry. Everything is feeling good. Like there's a difference. And I think with women, sometimes I feel like if you're giving them sex, you're giving them everything. But when you're purchasing it, then you know you're getting what you're paying for. So I mean, I can't even. You life of a grandmaster troll. How you doing? Appreciate y'all coming through. This where is that? Okay, yeah. So I just went over some of that. And before I close out, too, I want to go over some things that I have coming up. I will put I'll post it up so then at least it could be shown that I will be coming on. Um, I'll do like a little special live. It'll probably be on Sunday, I think. So I'll give it a couple days. And those have been here before probably know what I have in mind, but it'd be something like a way of giving back, kind of, and like showing like part of my appreciation and just making it fun. So I'm working on getting a little game together too, so people can participate in the chat and we go from there. Maybe win something. I like doing stuff like that too. Just want to switch it up, have some fun. If y'all have anything which I'm thinking of too, you can let me know. Um, I know in the past I did more like a raffle type of thing like that, but I want to work on getting this other thing set up too, because I like to do something like a bingo thing where we deal with numbers. So you can look to that coming up. But you do have to be present. You do need to be here on the live. If I do something else, that'll be further down the line. Once I organize that, it'll probably be something to do with like little fun food, something like that. Something to do, but you get something out of it too. Okay. All right. Um. Yeah. Kind of forgot where I was, to be honest. Sorry about that. Oh, also, working together to build up our frequency together. I want to do some more of that. I did some of that in the past. Some may remember that. Um, Manifesting things into your life. Working on ways to manifest things. I'm going off a little bit, but I'm going to get right back into that. But I just want to give people an idea of kind of what to expect when you come through on the channel. Because I know some new people have been here too, and I appreciate it. And I think maybe this could be a place where I can't guarantee you're safe, but it's a safe space for the most part, where you could be able to talk about some things that maybe you maybe don't see or hear somewhere else. I have a different point of view than a lot of people, I notice too. So, you may not agree with things. You may want to speak out on something you feel is different than maybe what you're hearing me say. And that's fine too. Um, you can go from there. And it's live, so things happen. I expect respect. I respect people as they come up too. So, if we just had that mutual respect, it shouldn't really be an issue. All right. And I like people that stand firm on what they feel and how they feel. I stand firm on what I do too. But I'm trying to be a little more open to others. Okay. That'll probably take me a little more time, but I'm here, I'm doing it. All right. Oh, okay. So I'll go back with this. The thing on immigration, I was bringing that up too. How do you feel about immigration? It seems to be forced illegal immigration at that. If you let me know your thoughts in the comments section, feel free to do that. That even goes into say like with what I'm discussing with the sex work and the murders. There's murders going on now too that have to do with sex work. I did a video before we talked about black women and not being protected. Not enough black women being protected. So when I say that, and it has to do with sex work too, you're seeing more of them turning up dead too. Some of them are beaten and things like that, and they live. But a lot of it does seem to have to do with hookups, and things like that. So, I don't know. I just think that we're just going to see more of it because we're going to see more of it. I don't see some of our people being protected. I know they're street working or whatever they're doing is other things they may be doing, but they're just not protected. So it's going to be more possibly. And the point two of the man that I had here, that's the person that's being accused of these murders. A lot of them fit the similar description. You know, the type. Now, when they see him, they're like, he's married. How did this happen? You know, this and that, this and that. I wonder too, like, was there any type of signs from that the wife? I don't know. She didn't pick up on anything, like no smells, like nothing, because they're saying some of the women were. He had his way with them at the house, and he killed them in his house, right in the house, the family house. They married and had a kid there and everything. So there's that, and then I also was thinking too, like I said, about as far as the immigration is going. When I come back on, I'll talk more about it at a later date. But how do you feel about that too? Because some sex work is becoming more legal in other states. People from foreign areas do tend to be engaging more in sex trafficking voluntarily. The ones that aren't, that's not really ones I'm speaking of, because that's another crime in itself. But do you feel there's going to be more of these type of sex crimes, more rise in it now that we having all these immigrants? And I'm not just trying to say it's just them, but it is, they're coming in by the tens of thousands. They want to work, they're saying they're looking for work, but some of them are already doing this. The American dream is different to some people. They know how it is down in America. America has a lot of crime going on, but it's a free land. It's apparently the most wealthiest, right? So I just want to know some of your thoughts on that too, because I could see it getting more out of control. They're losing control in the state of New York with the immigrants coming in. They don't know where to put them. And I just seen on the news that they removed some citizens, American citizens, from the places that they were staying in the hotels. They're moving them out, just kicking them out immediately and moving immigrants in. Where is that in the American dream? So I don't know. I think it's just a lot of craziness going on, and with immigration, so I'll talk about it. Oh, also in the next one I'll do. A lot of you may be familiar with Kanika Jenkins' case. I still have some questions about them. I'm just not. But basically, she's coming up against me because someone that's acquainted with her has turned up missing and possibly is no longer alive. So I have some footage from that I want to go over with y'all and see what y'all think, because it is very mysterious. Very mysterious. And the whole condition surrounding it. The police were there, and then all of a sudden they didn't know what they were. It was a lot going on, but it's unsolved. So I want to talk about that and give some updates on that and see how y'all feel about that. Some of the stuff. We're just pretty good. Usually read everything. Okay, so I went over that part, immigration preparation. My question is, how do you feel about all of this? Oh, do you think less of women that are in this field? Do you look at them? They say the men that do have sex, but they may not just do them. People look at women differently, and they devalue women based on their occupation too. That's why a lot of times people don't go looking for prostitutes once they're dead. Same with LGBTQAI or whatever it is. That's just the truth to that, and we're hearing about it more now. So we'll see if more of these crimes get solved, because that's a lot of times what the reason behind them not finding this, because people don't care. They're not caring. Some feel you don't care about yourself if you're doing certain occupations. But at the same time, it's still a life, right? Detectives are supposed to investigate. It's part of your job. So I know that's why these cases get so cold. They know that they were prostitutes. You know, they call them escorts, but if they were such escorts, how come nobody knew who they were with last? I'm not saying have a file on every guy, but usually know who the woman is with or man is with, whether it's a prostitute or whatever. So what happened? All these times, what's been happening? A lot of times telling people. All right, so I mentioned that, and then I have fire sports is coming up. So I'll do that in the next one, and Thanks for and I'll start going longer too. I'll work on some other things for the longer videos. We just did a little shorter. Those tend to be better too with the algorithm. Working on things with being speedier and seeing how that does. And then some things minimizing a little bit, just moving it quicker. All right. And feel free, if you have things you want to say about it and join in on the conversation, possibly the next time. Okay, for now, peace. This is Kai and Wyatt 007. Thanks. Oh, I had this up the whole time too. All right, so yeah, that's the reach out thing. But this was supposed to come up. Kind of encourage if you want to subscribe. A little bit of this and that on this channel. So hopefully you find something you enjoy, and hopefully you're doing well. Peace.
Pussy selling. I'm a hoe. I'm a, I'm a, I'm a hoe. Oh, she's selling no pussy. Mama was selling pussy for a while. Pussy selling. I'm a hoe. I'm a, I'm a, I'm a hoe. I'm a pussy selling.
I see you over there now, Swirl Zone in that Z. Let me take that. Let me find out. As long as you ain't beating it and killing it, for real. I mean, I don't get it. It's like you getting what you want. Why you gotta kill him? That's some killer cat. I know about killer cat. You come kill this cat, but you ain't gonna kill. Don't kill. You kill the cat. Don't kill the cat. Okay, that pussy cat. All right, y'all. Thanks.
Pussy selling.